Hey, so I am back and I'm here to answer some of the HexaTrack questions that are on the forum. But first, I want to show you this cool little thing I got the other day. It's called the Dynaflex. It's like this little ball, and you start it, and you go like this, and it spins the gyroscope, and it actually helps you gain muscle in actually your whole arm. It's pretty cool. So like all you got to do is go like this, and eventually the ball just spins faster and faster, and all your muscles start tensing up. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. And you can do this like while you're working, you can do it while you're hanging out, like it doesn't really matter what you do, but after a while, like my arm is starting to get sore right now, so it's pretty crazy. But anyway, let's get to HexaTrack. Let me start this real quick. Alright, so let's put this little toy away over here. So, the last post that I did, or Larry actually made, and it was my video, was actually about the iframe trick that we have and stuff that you can do with HexaTrack to actually get past the whole Google slap and quality score really quickly, just a quick hit test. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually go through the post and I'm going to answer some people's questions. A lot of people did complain that, let's see what we got here, the video doesn't display. We were actually using screencast. We switched off screencast. We're either going to use Vidler, or we're actually going to go with Matt Trainer's player. That'll probably be on this post. Matt Trainer's a badass, Flash developer, and he made this really cool player. So we're going to test that out on this one. Alright, so we have a couple comments here. This guy's like, this is really cool. I love this, content that you're giving. Outstanding stuff. I'm glad you guys like this stuff. There's a couple of good questions here. One of them was right here, which was pretty interesting, is what would be useful to us would be some guidelines. Like, what are the top 5 factors that would indicate a market is good or not good? Well, there's a couple of things that I would suggest. One thing is search volume. You always want to know how much search volume there is for a particular market, right? If it's a lot or a little. That's also dependent, right? So if there's a little bit of traffic or a lot of traffic, even if there's a little bit, if there's like more than 0, I think it's based on a 0 to 1 scale or a 1 to 5 scale, the lower it is, you obviously want to see how many competitors there are. So that's number 2. So the first one is search volume. The second one is competitors. You want to see how many competitors are in the market. If there's a lot of search volume and a low amount of competitors, it might be worth testing. If there's low search volume and not that many competitors, it's probably definitely worth trying, because if there's a lot of competitors, you probably want to kind of stay away or try getting past the quality score and get low bids. So basically, search volume, competitors. You also want to check landing page quality. So you actually want to go to your competitors' landing pages and see what their landing pages are like, because you obviously want to see what they're doing and if they're converting and what's going on. So, it's kind of like a progression. Search volume, competitors, landing page quality. You also want to use the HexaTrack to see the longevity of the ads. Now, the longevity of the ads will actually tell you whether they're making money or not, because the longer the ad shows, the more money that someone's actually going to make, right? Because they wouldn't just run their ads to lose money unless like you're a big corporation, you want to be number one, and you're willing to pay $10 a click. But if you're in your affiliate game or you're just promoting your own product, you can do that. Or some people actually have pretty strong back end, so they're willing to lose money up front because of their back end. And this is all stuff that you can see through the landing pages, right? So far we have search volume, we have competitors, we have landing page quality, and now we have the longevity of the ads, right? Now the fifth one is the number of estimated clicks you'll get, which is directly tied into search volume. The more searches, the more clicks you'll get. Now you want to measure how many clicks you'll get, because you want to see what, in the number 1 spot, how many clicks you would get, or number 1 to number 3 spot. Obviously, if it says you're going to get clicks, the better. The more clicks, the better, because that just means more traffic to you. And this is really important, the 6th thing that I'm going to add to this is the immediate need of the product. Now, he said over here, the run your car on water market didn't seem conclusive to him. Now, there's no immediate need for me to buy a run your car on water product. I don't even know if it works. I'm just looking for information on car fuel cells or things like that. So there's no I need to get this right now kind of thing. I don't feel that I need to get it right now, and that market just seemed a little bit sketchy to me. I mean, it seems like it just doesn't seem like it makes sense, right? It's kind of like a new concept, converting your old car that runs on gas to run on water just by buying a $50 ebook. I mean, think about it. I mean, it is a gut feeling. Like you said, it seems like it's a gut feeling, but it's something that you have to think to yourself. Like, would you buy it? Like going to landing pages and looking at the product, is this something that would you do, or is there tons of information out there? There's a lot of information out there on car fuel cells and things like that. So that's one of the things that you just want to kind of stay away from, because, it's just not a market I would enter. I wouldn't even want to test it. So I'm going to scroll down to his next question. In a lot of emerging markets, it's hard to find ads that run for a lot of consecutive days. Also, I've been thinking that many folks are probably split testing ads and may discontinue one in favor of a better performer. In those cases, wouldn't it appear that an ad only ran for part of the term of the project, when in fact the advertiser was still running ads or ad groups for those keywords? Well, let me tell you something. HexaTrack keeps track of every single ad that advertiser runs. Now, so the total number of days that we actually show you is the total number of days that advertiser ran his ad. How do we do this? We actually track by display URL, and we track by destination URL. If the destination URL matches for all those ads, we tie it to that ad group, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you how to do this in HexaTrack. I'm going to log in right here. I'm already logged in, and we're going to go right back to my project here for Run Your Car on Water. I'm going to click this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort by this. And I think the last example I used was, what was it? Water gas, right? Now, the guy in the first place spot, or the number of days, I'm just going to use this as an example, was waterfuelcarengine.com. Now I'm going to click on this ad now. What it does, it actually brings me further into detail. And then you can actually see that there's two ads over here, right? So this is the two ads that he actually ran over the 14-day period. So the number of days that these two ads were actually shown was only 6 days. Now, sometimes when you log in, you'll see it minimized like this, so it'll say show all ad units. If you click this, you'll actually see all the ads that they were running. So that basically shows you that these were the two ads that he was running, and he only ran both ads for a total of 6 days. Now that just goes to show me that he probably wasn't making that much money, right? Another thing about the Run Your Car on Water market was, like, I know recently there was an internet marketer who promoted a product and he gave away this market saying that he made $1,000 a day or something like that. I was a little sketchy about that. I mean, the whole concept just seemed a little sketchy to me. I just didn't believe it, and I still don't believe it. And actually, recently Google banned all ads on those types of keywords and those type of products. Some of the pro members might know there's a thread going on in the pro section about this whole thing, and it pretty much conclusively decided that it wasn't a market that was actually making any money, because there's no immediate need and things like that. Again, I never tested it, so I don't know 100%, but off a hunch, I wouldn't promote it. Alright, so I'm going to go